Hello and welcome, Shawnee here. Welcome to 2026 Devlogs. It's gonna be a bit bundled today because I'm going to show a lot of new things that happened among all of our services. So first, if you go on the YouTube tab and you go on our channel, you will see that nothing much has changed. We have released a trailer for our platform called Ghosted Games. In the last devlogs, we had talked about Shawnee app, which is no longer existent. Now what we have is called Ghosted Games. If we log in on the platform, we will see a little page with a couple of games that we can play, and you can also manage your account, your bio and stuff. You also see updates, view, and logs, and you can basically play all the games and stuff like that. Now you get a create button that brings you up to this link, SoCreate Engine, where you can basically create your own experience and games to then publish on Ghosted Games or any other CDN. And when you play those games, for example, they work really well with the browser. They're integrated really well. We can't wait to see what the community will build, and we are excited for this platform to launch. Meanwhile, we are still doing some changes in the background to make it more secure and to allow people to have a secure environment to publish games on. So that's pretty much it for Exco Games. Also, if you went on the Exco Games website, you have probably noticed that if you go on the account tab, you can basically see that there's a new button called View Profile. And it brings you to a public profile. Mine is customized, but yours by default is going to look empty. And you can basically add links to this page here, and it's all going to show right this, and people are going to be able to click. Also, you've probably noticed, if you have, you can now upload GIF profile pictures. And what changes from before is that now we have a fully functional CDN, so it's a content delivery network where basically every asset that is uploaded to our systems are published there. Browser, you will see that there is now a burger menu, and I think it's better than before because. And also, you've probably noticed we have a new merch store, but we don't have a viable stuff yet. And they're still shown on the website, but they're not viable because we are still working on the inventory system, and we're trying to find someone to hire that will manage the merch. And also, you've probably noticed as well, the projects page, and it's now called Press.
We have added most of our projects there, which weren't available there before, and I think it's a good way to show people what we make instead of them having to search it manually.
Now, when we go into Exco Softwares, this is where it comes a little bit complicated. Because in the past, we used to have Passbook Password Manager, which was one of our only software. If I go here, you can see that I have this right here, the passwords. I won't show it, it will be blurred, but the password manager used to be our only software that we proposed. But it's going in end of service because pretty much other password managing methods out there, and doing one would be a bit of a long shot for what it was supposed to be, which is a simple and useful password manager. But then we ran into problems of cloud security, and also the fact that storing the files locally on the user's computer would kind of be pointless. If they lose their computer, they lose their passwords. So we kind of run into issues. But you can still go on the website and download your own demo, but it's going to reach end of life. And the long-term support still works. You can still store passwords, but like said here, it's all available to us. So it's just a way to test the demos. So don't store your passwords there. Now comes to the Slice video editor. If we visit the website, you will see it's pretty much the same, but there's a new video here. And you can see the UI is pretty similar to the SoCreate engine, as I showed you earlier. And I have made a new demo version that you can download yourself. And if I open a project, you will see that the SoCreate engine and the Slice video editor, they followed the same UI guideline. Now, let's go to the next thing that we have been working on, ESDK. So what it stands for, if I go in GitHub, it stands for Exco Software Development Kit. And it's basically an attempt for us to allow you to create your own desktop apps using only web, like basic HTML page. So you would build your HTML page above a C++/Python compiler, and then it would make you a like runnable software that you can run and that runs instantly fast. And you also have Python scripts that works with it and allows you to do stuff really, really quickly and make really good things with it. So for example, you even have splash screens that you can customize. It launches into an app and you can use it as you would normally use it. And the reason why it only uses vanilla JavaScript is because it's already privated. So you don't use JavaScript for your backend. Your backend will have a bridge upon C++ and Python. So there's three levels on the software. There's the front end, which is the third level. The second level, which is Python, which is private, but also public. And there's the first level, which is completely private. It's just the compiler, which is in C++. And the compiler looks at the JavaScript and it looks at callings to Python. And then when it compiles the JavaScript so that it can access Python server that runs onto the software, onto a sandbox environment. And it's a very cool feature and it really, really works well if you want to do very, very fast softwares, easy to update and very, very efficient. As you can see, it's like really fast, even though it's a video editor. And if it was running on the browser, you would have resource limitations. But as you are currently running onto a desktop app, which by the way uses your default browser. So if you have Chrome set as your default browser, it will use Chrome. It will use Chromium. If you have Edge, it will use Edge. If you have Firefox, it will use Firefox. It will basically use your default set browser, so it won't make you like use a heavy browser that you don't want to use. For example, Chrome or Opera. But yeah, so I think it's a really good way to create apps. And now you may have seen on our social media that we have rebranded the channel name to Exco Interactive. And this is mainly because we are trying to expand our horizon onto multiple um, elements of the development world. And as you can see, we are developing a new website called Xco Interactive. You will be able to find it at this link, xco.ca. And meanwhile, you will see a banner on top that allows you to go back on the old website. But this website is going to become the main one. And the account system is going to stay on Xco Games for now, but the main website will be this one. And you also get all the same pages in here. So make sure to go check that out at xco.ca. Now, thanks for watching and see you in another devlogs, and I hope that you can experience and create your own games as much as you want, and we are so excited to see new games appear on Ghosted Games.